All right, so being 7 o'clock, I call to order the Lancaster Zoning Board of Appeals. Start off with a roll call vote. Michael Bray. Here. Dennis Hubbard. Here. Eric Jakubowicz. Yep. Frank Sullivan. Yep. Gene Rich.
Yes.
Okay, everyone is in attendance. First item on the agenda is to approve the meeting minutes of June 27th, 2024. Just looking at what's posted online, there's still a couple of things that need to be corrected. Okay, so we'll have to table that till next time, and then
promise all meeting minutes will be.
so yeah, we'll need to get in February.
Okay.
Thank you. We talked about that earlier. So, next item on the agenda is for 16 Harvard Road. So just pull this up here. Read this into the record.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Before you read the hearing into the record, I don't believe we have standing to hear it, so I'm not sure that we have a right to open it. I think because it's an administrative appeal and they had a 30-day window in which to appeal, and they failed to meet that 30-day appeal period on 2 occasions of March 19th and April 16th. I believe under 40A, there is no statutory right or there's nothing that allows us to allow them to have a hearing when we don't have legal standing to do so. So I think I would ask that we not open the hearing and that we make a determination that we have no legal standing to allow this appeal, and we deny it to be deliberated. We should not deliberate on it. We should not even talk about it.
But I didn't want him to go in the car because then.
Hey, Alex, can you put yourself on mute?
Mike, oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you. Agreed, I guess from a procedural standpoint.
I think if you read the public hearing notice, then you're opening the hearing, and I don't think we have a legal standing to do so.
Well, what did council, was that in her opinion? I don't think so, right?
I don't think we get any.
I think we lack jurisdiction to consider this appeal. And therefore, I'd make a motion that we do not open the hearing due to us lacking jurisdiction to consider this appeal.
Okay. Okay. So we have a motion by Gene Rich and a second by Frank Sullivan. Any discussion amongst the board? No, some sort of roll call vote. So Michael Bray. Dennis Hubbard. Aye. Eric Jakubowicz. Yep. Frank Sullivan. Yes. Gene Rich.
Yes.
Rob Alex. Yes. 6-0. Okay.
I'm sorry, was the board asking if there was any discussion among the viewers, or is that not open for public comment? I'm Robert Cirillo. I'm the attorney for Cam Realty Trust on this matter. I just want to make sure that the record is clear, so I'm just, chiming in.
We didn't open up a public hearing. It was just open for discussion among the board.
Okay, I'm sorry I interrupted.
No, it's all right. Okay. Okay. So next item on the agenda is 27 Lancaster.
Excuse me, does that mean the building inspector's decision stands?
We do not have jurisdiction to hear on the administrative appeal.
So
Because
his
it's beyond 30
decision
days.
stands?
What's that?
So the building inspector's decision stands.
Yep, we don't have jurisdiction at
Okay.
this point, based on the 30 days lapsing per the Mass General Law.
And I would state, just if I have an opportunity, and I don't know if the board would allow me an opportunity to speak, but just to continue on with the record, and I understand the board's ruling. It is my understanding that the second appeal was timely filed by the applicant, and that for whatever reason, and I don't know the specifics of it, it was not entered on the day it was filed. And the applicant would certainly be willing to submit a statement to that effect. And as to when she produced it, when it was stamped, and I appreciate that Ms. Rich is right if it is outside the time frame, but I think that we need to verify, at least for some certainty at some point, before the board finally rules on it, that issue.
Yes, it was submitted.
So based on what we have in front of us, I think Gina is correct in terms of our jurisdiction based on the information we have at this point, so.
Okay, all right, I just would put that on the record then.
Fair enough.
All right.
So next item is for 27 Langan Road, request for a special permit pursuant to the Town of Lancaster zoning bylaw 220, section 51. I will read this application to the hearing. So Lancaster Zoning Board of Appeals will hold a public hearing via Zoom and in the National Way Meeting Room, Lancaster Town Hall, second floor, Prescott Building, 701 Main Street, Lancaster, Mass, on Thursday, July 25th, 2024 at 7 p.m. to hear and act upon the following matter. Petition by Michael Freitas and Tessine Lacerda, petitioners at 27 Langan Road, Lancaster, Mass, 01523 for the following. A request for a special permit pursuant to the Town of Lancaster zoning bylaw 220, section 51, non-conforming buildings, to extend an existing legally non-conforming building by adding a new 70 square foot, 2-story mudroom to the existing exterior connecting to the front door of the home. The building is within the allowed front setback for the district. The proposed site is located at 27 Langan Road, Lancaster, Mass. 01523. Is zoned in a district identified in the Town of Lancaster zoning bylaw as residential and is identified by the town assessor as map 30 parcel 2. A copy of the petition and accompanying documents are on file at the Prescott Building Community Development Planning Office, 701 Main Street, Lancaster, Mass. The office can be reached at 978-365-3326, extension 1074. Robert Alex, Chair. Do we have somebody from the applicant looking to present?
We're just still looking.
So if you can stand up here just so the microphone can hear you. Because of the size of the room, we can't hear everything. I know. And then just state your name and address.
Tatiana Lacerda, 27 Langan Road. We're just looking to build like a mudroom so the kids can wait for the bus. And I guess it's too close to the street or something like that, but it's not going to be something big. It's just, like covered, so we have space to wait for the bus with the kids.
Okay. If we have questions that we may ask you, so So, thank you. Thank you for just presenting pending your case.
I guess, while she's here, may I ask a question?
Yeah.
Excuse me, sorry. How close to the road is the planned?
I
think 25 quarter.
24
feet?
Yeah, 25 there.
24 feet from the road.
Yeah.
From the existing?
Yeah. Okay. The existing front door to the
Yes,
front door, yeah,
yes.
front
The
door,
16.
30 feet.
And the addition is going to be how big, Rob?
So that's part of it. It says 70 square feet, and one of the things, as part of this is to have scale drawing, that we understand the dimensions and how close it is to the lot lines, and that, I don't,
Yeah, we have something here. Okay, but this is what they submitted. So it's 118 inches. Is this correct? 118 inches wide by 7 feet deep.
Yes.
And it's 2
So it's gonna
stories.
be 7 feet closer to the road, so 24 minus the 7 feet, correct?
Yeah, but I know sure exactly like if you like because I do like the mark like long time ago like 20 I think it's 24, 27 for you know I know sure about that. Yeah.
Right, so your new setback is going to be, you know, less than 20 feet.
Uh-huh. Yep. Something like that.
And you have a set of stairs or something that's.
Yeah, you have 3 steps.
Okay, so that's counted in the setback as well. You have to count from the porches are included in setbacks.
So my step gotta be like 2 footer, 6 footer, the whole step. Like I have 3 steps, 6 footer. You know, like 7 footer. Yeah. 2 footer. More.
So regardless, they're gonna be in the setback by 8 and right.
so we need with a special permit because of the setbacks, you're gonna need a variance.
Well, what you have is you have a non-conforming, you're extending a non-conforming building into, you know, and you're extending that, so it's already in violation of a dimensional zoning, you know, so.
Why is it in violation now, Brian?
Because it's already in the front setback.
I thought it was
The
24 feet.
the existing front door is already in the front, so it's, you know, legally non-conforming. So it's a non-conforming building, and now it's just extending that non-conformity. So it's a special permit. 51A, 22051A.
So Brian, do you have the scanning, probably don't have everything. We have it on hand. So just in terms of voting members, do I forget to do that when I read the hearing into the meeting minutes? So I have Michael Bray, Dennis Hubbard, Eric Jacobowitz, Frank Sullivan, Gene Rich as the voting members.
So the pictures they gave us, the first picture I see is just a straight colonial with a door in the front. And then it looks like a little breezeway to the right with a car in the parking lot and the driveway. When I look at the next picture, you've got a porch. Is that the front of the house, the back of the house, a different house?
I think the pictures they appear to be different houses on Langan Road.
Yeah. I think that this is for the purpose of showing that it's not more detrimental to the neighborhood.
So which house is his house? Any of these pictures his house?
No.
No, just a drawing picture.
And did you already start doing this work? Because it looks like you got 2 stop water permits for starting to do work without building permits. So was this started, construction started, or are these stop work orders for something else?
We did start the stairs, like it's the first time owning a house, like we had no idea
We have bench, but
that we had a permit like from inside to do some work inside the house, and we had no idea that we need like permit to do everything. So he started doing the steps.
we have a step there before.
Yeah, that was
They're
the
not
steps
moving.
already, like in front of the door.
And
Let me
I-
explain. And then he just make it bigger, that's all, but he didn't do anything on the structure or anything. He just did the steps
Okay.
in front of the
So
house.
there is a stop work order, Gene, which would be rectified by applying for
The special permit.
permit, right?
Okay. So what you're looking for a special permit for is to construct a 7-foot by 118-inch addition to the front of the house.
Yeah, like a mudroom.
Yeah, which will cause your front yard setback to be less than the required 20-foot setback, but is not more detrimental to the neighborhood than currently exists.
Yeah, it's like 7 by 9.8, so basically 7 by 10.
Okay, 7 by 10. And that's the only addition you're doing on the house. You're not doing anything else.
No, we're just doing like, painting little things that
Yeah.
we can do after work.
You do have a side, you.
Yeah, the deck.
Yeah, but we
Doesn't
already
appear-
asked for the
Okay, you have the
permit.
deck, but it doesn't
Yeah.
appear to be violating any setbacks, but you gotta remember, you have to pull permits before you start.
For
anything.
everything, yeah.
Anything.
Like I said, it's the first time. We had no idea, like to do everything we need permit, now I know. We did ask for the permits to change all the windows. It's a very old house, old house. And he does construction. He's doing little by little. And now we know that we need permits for everything, yes.
Okay.
But we're not changing anything in the house, like changing the size of the house. It's just a mud room. And he did, we asked for the permit to do like a covered, not a deck, how do you call it? Like a covered porch, yeah, outside.
Okay.
So my question is, I'm looking at your house now, and you get the front door, and there's a window above the door. So you're gonna go all the way up to that top window, and the window's gonna just bump out the same distance?
I believe so.
I'm looking at it.
He, I don't know, he can
but-
speak to.
You're just gonna go right up to
Yeah.
that roof, and this window is gonna be that window right there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Is the front of their house,
Yep.
so they're just gonna take that and bring it up.
Yep.
We have a step, you see, we have a step there before, and I just, like,
He just made it bigger
a little
steps.
big, yeah.
Yeah.
He does work for a company for a long time, but he never had to ask for
Yeah,
a permit
I know
because
I
he
have-
works for people who ask,
You did.
he just do the work.
Yeah.
He reads all the,
Plans.
the plans and everything and do it, but he never had to ask for a permit before, so.
Union worker, right?
Union, yes.
So Brian, the agenda says that the building is within the allowed front setback for this district. That's the building without the addition, correct?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question being a little louder.
So the agenda reads that the special permit, the building is within the allowed front setback for this district.
Yes,
That's before the addition.
yes.
Okay, yep, gotcha. All right, I got nothing else.
So if the front porch is within the allowed, so it's actually already into the existing setback.
Setback's supposed to be 30, we're at into it automatically, which is why this isn't a variance, it's why it's.
It's already
Special
special.
permit, right.
I guess I was a little confused by your question. You're saying it's already into the setback, it's within the allowable setback already. Right, when you say it's within the allowable setback, I almost think that the setback's 20 feet.
Yeah, 30 feet frontage, but
Yeah, I get it, okay.
the frontage, front setback.
It's already jurisdictional.
It's a lot. Yeah, makes sense. So I'll open it up to, thank you. I'll open it up to public comment in terms of anybody in the room itself, in the natural room. Yes, sir. Just as you come up and state your name and address, please.
Terrence Riley, 15 Langham Road, I'm the nearest abutter. And I approve the plans, I've seen the sketches, and I support exactly.
I'm sorry, what was your name, I think?
Terrence Riley,
Terrence Riley, is that R-I-R-I-E?
R-E-I-L-L-Y.
I'm gonna give you this.
This is the Northern Ireland version.
I'm sorry, Terrence Riley?
T-E-R-R-E-N-C.
Oh, E-N-C. Okay, Riley, R-I.
R-E-I.
R-I-E-L-L.
R-E-I.
R-E-I.
R-I-R-E-I. Sorry, L-L-E-Y or just L?
L-L-Y.
Okay, and 15 Lincoln?
15 Langham Road.
Thank you, Mr. Riley. Appreciate it. Anybody else?
My name is Mary Riley. I'm married to Terry Riley, who lives next door
Is that
to
Terry
me.
O'Reilly?
No, not O'Reilly.
We're gonna drop the gloves tonight?
And I'm in agreement also. That enough?
Yep, perfect. Thank you, Mrs. Riley. Okay. Open up online, looks like Kendra Dickinson, you have your hand raised?
Hi, Kendra Dickinson, 402 Omen Way, speaking as a private resident. My only concern is the front steps. I drive by this property on a regular basis, daily, and I know that the guardrail to the culvert, if you're looking at the house to the left, has been impacted by what looks like a motor vehicle or something. And I was curious if the building inspector, Mike Silva, had gone out and looked at the bottom step to the front door's proximity to the setback from the road and where snowplows would be operating, because it seems almost dangerously close. And if the height and the rise of the steps were to code.
Yes, Mike has mentioned the presence of the steps near the sidewalk, though he has not said that it was in violation. But he did have some concern about the proximity of the steps to the sidewalk. But again, I don't think it falls under the same citation here, extending the nonconformity of the building. I mean, we could ask the applicant about the front stairs and if they can be lightened or shortened.
You can't,
Yeah.
because it's a certain rise or a certain distance.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It has to meet the thing there.
Same here, Frank.
Right, Gene?
The code.
Yep.
Yeah, unfortunately, building commissioner cannot be with us tonight. Started his vacation in Florida yesterday.
So we have any other comments in the room?
I have a comment about this one. I don't know if we're gonna get it.
This is, we're just here on 22nd Lane. Okay. Do we have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Motion to close the hearing.
Second.
Frank Sullivan, second Dennis Hubbard. Any discussion among the board? Hearing none, call for a roll call vote. Michael Bray?
Yes.
Dennis Hubbard?
Yes.
Or Jakubowicz?
Yep.
Frank Sullivan?
Yep.
Gene Rich?
Yes.
You still got to vote on it. That's just closing the hearing.
I make a motion to approve the special permit under section 220-51 for 27 Langham Road.
Second.
All right, so motion by Frank Sullivan, second by R.J. Jakubowicz. Any discussion among the board? All right, hearing none, go to a roll call vote, so Michael Bray? Yes. Dennis Hubbard?
Yes.
Eric Jacobowitz?
Yes.
Frank Sullivan?
Yes.
Gene Rich?
Yes.
It's 5-0. So now you're, so you're not, well, you're not all set yet.
Yeah.
So we have to, Brian will write up the special permit within the 14 days, file it with the town clerk, it's then 20 days appeal period from there.
So I'll notice you when it gets, I'll try to do it as quickly as I can, but I'll let you know when it gets filed with the town clerk. And then you need to come in at the 20 days, we'll give you the date when the 20 days is up. Then if there is, assuming there are no appeals, and you need to take it to the registry of deeds to record at the Northern Worcester County
Worcester.
Registry of Deeds. Yeah. Worcester.
I'll come to you with more questions.
Sure.
We're still doing the windows, but yeah, yes, thank you.
Remember, building permits.
Yeah, don't do anything until it's all.
I just have to do it.
You don't want to do anything until this is recorded.
Yes, okay.
Sometimes it was approved tonight, but there's still a appeal period. You need to record it before you can apply for that. Mike Silva, building commissioner, gets notice of the, when it's recorded. So he looks for that before he can approve a building permit. So that's the control.
Thank you.
Awesome, thank you.
Good luck.
Any other correspondence or anything like that? Do we need to
Nothing saying in
discuss?
this case, no.
I'm sure I know what you want to talk about.
Of course.
It's not open right now, so I don't know I'm gonna defer to Gene and some of the people that have been here before. So Sam is here, sorry, yeah, Sam Taylor's. Can we even talk about, can we open public, or get any public input or anything like that at this point? I don't think we can.
Table hearing, I don't think you can.
I don't think you can.
So my understanding was you couldn't restrict like content of public comment.
During a public
Are
hearing.
you talking about Cam Realty?
No.
I guess the public comment period in general.
Neck Road.
It's on Neck Road. We can't take anything because we don't have it on the agenda for this evening. We have to wait till the next meeting.
We don't submit something in writing, and there would be.
Exactly.
The next time that the meeting is in, the public hearing is continued, we can read that into the record.
But I can also speak to that one.
You can speak of that, yeah.
No.
We don't have, like the select board, I think you're trying to get to is like they have that open comment period at the end. We don't have that as part of this, because right, typically the comments are part of a specific hearing. We don't have just a general.
Yeah, I got that, so there's a little bit of disconnect there. When I read, there was a whole page in as early as last year, where Mass came down and said you can't restrict the content of, public comment. Even to the point where if somebody came in and they wanted to criticize, a board's performance, they could make that comment during a public comment period. That was the case
Right, but we're not adding public comment, period.
Well, we were in public comment, I said I have something to speak about, just not this project.
On that specific hearing.
Yeah.
Right, like that, so we open the hearing, we have the public hearing, just comment on the hearing.
Good.
I'm not trying to be.
No, I know, I don't really know it either, I just was trying to, I tried to look into this before I came in here, and I didn't just show up and say I want to talk. From what I understood was that you couldn't restrict the content of thing. I get this is a disconnect, right, like this isn't the project on the agenda.
Right.
I also didn't get the chance to speak at the last one, which was obviously an event, so.
No, I know, we'll definitely open it up to public comment, for sure. Like, I get it, there's a lot of comment.
As long as you guys are sure, there's no way for me to speak to that. I don't know
That's-
if Rich knows, but.
I think, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing on the agenda at all.
there's nothing on the agenda for it.
If we open it up to saying we have to open it up to everyone.
Right. And then we've talked about it, but nobody knew that we were.
Right, exactly, that's my concern.
Select board meeting, I think.
Let me get clarification on your thing, on your stance. And even if you have whatever you've looked at, basing
Yeah.
wanting to comment,
Yeah.
send it to me. Let's vet it out to make sure that we're all protected and covered at the end of the day. It would be my only request.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think we can comment, because if he says something we weren't allowed to
yeah,
comment.
we can't comment.
Yeah, I get that, right? And I wouldn't necessarily look for a response. I don't think I've ever looked for a response. I don't know if you guys can comment back and full complicated, but.
Let me, at the very least, I wanna, as another resident of town, let's look into what you're talking about in terms of do we have any way? I don't want to say we're restricted, but what's our requirement for open comment on anything
Yeah.
during a meeting?
Yeah, I think the only thing could be the disconnect of like public hearing versus public meeting. I know public hearing is specific to a project, and maybe that's the distinction, but from what I read, there was no ability to like restrict the content of a public comment.
Right, but even if the public meeting needs to be on the agenda.
This is the content of what you're.
So if I had gotten up with the last project and I decided I wanted to talk about the weather, in theory I could have.
In theory.
And that's what I was looking to do, right? So,
Okay.
you know, I guess you my point. I still could have communicated that to you guys and got the message.
I'm pretty sure the comments have to be germane to the number.
I don't think you can restrict it. That's the case I was looking at. It was a whole like ACLU or whatever.
Yeah.
ACLU.
As volunteers, let's look into it to make sure we're covered.
Yeah.
I'm not a lawyer, nobody's a lawyer, so I'm with you, and I'm not.
I don't want to put you guys in a bad position either where you hear it and you weren't supposed to hear it and you know, whatever.
That's, yeah. And I don't want to
invalidate the hearing that was just approved.
Right.
Theory.
Okay, so our next meeting is for August 22nd, so just as a reminder, August 22nd, September 5th, September 19th, and then September 26th. Those are the next.
What was after 9/5, Rob?
9/19 is what I had,
9/19, okay.
and then 9/26.
Okay, and on the next meeting, can we have the minutes of February 22?
Yes, you have my solemn
March-
promise to that.
March 28th, April 25th. Roz has those all online and they all look good. They've got all the corrections on them.
Yep. Brian had just talked about this ahead of time, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
We didn't have a May meeting because there's no May minutes. I thought we had a May meeting.
We had a meeting.
Okay.
I think
so-
we actually approved those.
I think we may have approved those at the June meeting.
Yeah.
Oh, did we? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. And then the June 27th minutes, those look good too. So
Right.
those will all be on the next agenda.
Yes.
And then we'll be back in compliance.
Yes.
I don't like breaking the law.
Yes. Great.
Thank you.
All right. We have a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Excellent. All right, any discussion? Board hearing none. Michael Bray.
Yes.
Dennis Hubbard.
Yes.
Eric Jacobowitz.
Yes.
Frank Sullivan.
Yeah.
Gene Rich.
Yes.
Rob Alex. 6-0. We are adjourned at 7:34.
Okay, I'm sorry.